Hey, what is going on, guys? This video takes place on July 19th, and we are going to be attempting to solo Machamp for a second time. So with that being said, enjoy! Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another raid battling adventure. So I'm currently on my way to a Machamp raid right now, and I'm gonna hopefully try and solo it this time. Before we actually start soloing the raid though, my plan is probably to power up my Espeons for one. I have a 93% IV execute that I want to evolve, and hopefully that one gets the moveset that I'm looking for, which would be Extra Sensory and Psychic. If it gets that moveset, I'm good. Other than that, I just need to power up my Espeons. I only have a couple revives right now, so it's either we get this or we don't. But that's completely fine because I want to get some redemption on this solo Machamp right here. It has Bullet Punch and Dynamic Punch, so it might be a little bit more difficult than the previous one, but I know that we can do it. Okay, so there's about 30 minutes left on the Machamp, which is more than enough time. I'm going to go ahead and get my raid pass first before I do anything. And then we can go ahead and try and solo it. I need to evolve the Execute like I mentioned earlier, as well as power up some of my Espeon. I was actually walking my 100% IV EV to eventually evolve into Espeon, but it's a little too early for that. So with that being said, I should have marked my Execute here. Somewhere down here. Okay, right here, guys. So I'm hoping for Extra Sensory and Psychic. If not, we're just gonna have to go and do it without it, which is fine. You know, I'm taking a risk on this one, but it's already a 93% IV. It's basically level 30 as well, so if we get it, we should be good to do the Machamp. If not, we're gonna try it anyways, because why not? Okay, guys, Executor coming in. Please, Extra Sensory Psychic. Oh my god, wow. I can't believe it just got the moveset that we wanted. 93% IV, 2400 Executor, that's the highest one I have, and it gets the exact moveset that we want. That worked out perfectly. Okay, so now let's go ahead and power up some of our Espeon here. So I need to power up my 98% IV one, and then I think I might power up my 89% IV one a little bit more too. We've definitely accumulated enough Stardust since our last Stardust spending spree, so I'm not really too concerned about spending Stardust on Espeon. It's totally worth it. Especially for Psybeam. Like, I know a lot of people don't actually like using Psybeam, but I think Psybeam works really well against Machamp. So hopefully this ends up working out in our favor, guys. It should. Alright, so we're 2500, 2600 possibly? It's possible. Alright, so we're gonna leave it there because that is already past the level 30 mark, which is completely fine. Now let's go ahead and power up our 89% IV one a little bit. Give it maybe like 2 more power-ups here, and then I think we're gonna call it quits. Alright, so we'll give it 1 more, and then that's gonna be it for Espeon. Alright, so that's a pretty good CP range. Now I think I'm ready to solo the Machamp. Hopefully we can do it. We're gonna get a couple tries here. And if we're lucky enough, guys, we will be able to do it. So I'm ready, let's go ahead and do it. All right, now let's get set up and then we can go ahead and start. Okay, so we're all set up, which really doesn't take that long because I already tried soloing Machamp before. It didn't work out, but I learned a lot from those battles. So I'm hoping to use that, that knowledge this time around, and hopefully we can get this solo. I think we can. I mean, our Espeons are a lot higher. We have a new Executor with Extra Sensory and Psychic now. I think we have a pretty good chance of soloing this. Even though it does have Dynamic Punch, we just have to make sure to dodge those, and we should be good. And as long as we get enough charge attacks in, we should be able to do enough damage to knock it out. Alright guys, we're about to get this one started. Here we go. I'm gonna try and do it with one hand, although this might be kind of difficult. did not work out. I think if we dodged more of the dynamic punches, we probably could have done it. Go ahead and revive our Pokemon here, and then we'll try it again, hopefully for a better result. This time, we're gonna get it right here.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear, like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun, running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go.
So it used Dynamic Punch like a million times. Well, this is going to be another failure Machamp solo because Dynamic Punch was the horrible choice to go for. Okay, well if we can't solo it this time, I'm completely out of revives, and ultimately going against a Machamp with Dynamic Punch was a horrible idea. And note to self, I will not be doing this again. I mean, I'm still gonna try and solo Machamp, but I'm not gonna go after one that has Dynamic Punch because I don't know how many times we got hit with Dynamic Punch the last battle, but it was way too many and it really just wasn't fair. So I'm trying a new setup this time. We're gonna go with Alakazam first, then Executor, then followed by 3 Espeon, and lastly an Executor. If this doesn't work, we can always try this another day, but ultimately guys, I think this is gonna be it. So yeah, let's just do it one more time. Okay, I'm over it. Ultimately, this was somewhat my own fault. I shouldn't have gone up against a Machamp with Dynamic Punch. I was really just setting myself up for failure. And yeah, I mean, you guys saw how many times we got hit with Dynamic Punch. It wasn't even funny. It really wasn't even funny. If that Machamp had close combat, we could have probably soloed it. Also, I think I probably should have stocked up on Revives before going for another solo Machamp battle, but it's not that big of a deal. I think it was worth it. Once again, it was a learning experience. From here on now, I will not be going for any solo Machamps with Dynamic Punch because it is clearly almost impossible. We almost did it, but just couldn't pull it off. Honestly, I think powering up the Espeons was probably the way to go, but just didn't work out. We did end up getting that Executor with Extrasensory and Psychic, so once again, that's really cool. I'm looking forward to using that one in the future. It would seem that this is going to be the end of this video. Another failed attempt at a solo Machamp, but I'm confident, guys, next time we will get this. So as always, guys, if you did enjoy the video, feel free to hit that like button down below. As always, I'd really appreciate it. And if you would like to see more Pokemon Go raids, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. And I will see you all real soon in the next one.